Good evening, everybody. I want to give the musicians a chance to do their thing. But first and foremost, thank you so much for coming out tonight. We are so excited to be here presenting our New York City debut of Hear Her Song. The musical program that you'll be hearing tonight actually began to take shape in 2017. It was really a response to the Women's March that took place in Washington, D.C. following the inauguration. I think many of us felt very strongly that we wanted to use our voices and come together and really start thinking about some of the tough questions that our country was so obviously grappling. And at that point, I was also struggling. I wanted to find a way to use my voice as a trained opera singer, but both literally and figuratively, to create positive social impact. But how? What was there that I could sing? And that is how this project was born. The concept is very, very simple. It is to thank and celebrate remarkable women from around the world by creating songs that honor them in their words. We partner with different organizations, and we seek out these women, whom we call our honorees, and then we professionally commission our songwriters and composers, all of whom are women, to create songs in their honor that carry forth their message. So it's my pleasure to tell you a little bit more about the singers that are sharing the stage with me right now. Both are award-winning singers, songwriters, and composers, and both have been commissioned by the project to write songs for the honorees. More on that in a little bit. A graduate of the Royal Academy of Music, Rosabella Gregory's recent work includes My Marcello, a musical comedy, where No Bells Toll, an aria commissioned by the National Opera Studio, and City Stories, which has been performed in many venues in the US and UK. She's a lecturer at the London College of Music. And to her left, Bella Barlow is a composer and singer-songwriter who works across London and internationally. As a composer, she's had her work developed through the West End's Critteren Theatre and Old Vic New Voices. Previous UK cabaret engagements include the Global Theatre, the London Festival of Cabaret, the Theatre Royal Stanford East, and even the Queen's 90th birthday gala. She has a writing partnership with lyricist A.C. Smith, whom you will get to meet a little later on. And you'll enjoy their voices, hopefully, both as singers and composers. Please join me in welcoming them. We'd like to begin tonight with a very special song. It's our theme song. It was written by a New York City composer, performer, advocate, Katie Foffel, and it is to honor all women. So this is for all of the women in our audience. Hear our song. I thought I lost myself. It was always easy to run, and running made it easy to hide from the truth I'd never tell. All my tears and my sorrows, the fears of tomorrow, the lies that I had placed upon the shelf. Then I heard the voice of the future on the wind, and I knew I could be brave. So I made the choice to live proudly in my skin for the lives that I might save. Hear our song, this is the moment of our lives, where together we unite and claim our freedom just by standing in the light. This is our song, this is our glory, and it's time we write the story where together we are strong, together we belong. Hear our song. I thought I'd lost my hope. Life had made it easy to hurt, and hurting made it easy together we unite and claim our freedom just by standing in the light. This is our song, this is our glory, and it's time we write the story. We're together, we are strong, together we belong. Hear our song, this is a moment of our lives. We're together we unite and claim our freedom just by standing in the light. This is our song, this is our glory, and it's time we write the story. We're together, we are strong, together we belong. Hear our song. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. I want to take a minute right now and introduce these amazing musicians on stage, because certainly without them, none of this would be possible. First and foremost, someone who's really been a dear friend to me and a source of inspiration, Kurt Crowley. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Crowley on piano. Kurt is not just playing piano tonight. He has been the music director of this project from the very, very beginning, and I'm especially proud to have his support because our project is not just about women, it's about all of us. It's about what we have in common as human beings and lifting each other up. And Kurt's humanity has always demonstrated that. We're very lucky that he not only music directed but created the arrangements that you'll hear tonight, and of course, among the other things he does, he's also the music director of Hamilton on Broadway. So please, again, Kurt. And I'm so excited to introduce you to Aixa Burgos, who is playing percussion with us tonight. Aixa and Kurt met as she was in the, well, am I allowed to say, she was a part of the film that will be coming out in the Heights, where she worked with Kurt on that. And another one of Kurt's collaborators, Anja Wood on cello. I'm so sorry, I'm always petrified to say that wrong. Anja. Anja's also been with the project from the very, very beginning and is also a close collaborator of Kurt's on Hamilton. So thank you so much, Anja. Thank you guys.
So this next song, Foster Love, is a song written by award-winning singer-songwriter Shaina Taub in honor of Lynn Price. Singer-songwriter Shaina has had residencies at the Arts Nova and the Rockwood Music Hall, released her album Visitors, and is currently writing with Sir Elton John. The song Foster Love was written in honor of Lynn Price, who is the founder of Camp to Belong. This is an organization dedicated to reuniting brothers and sisters who have become separated through foster care. Over the past 20 years, her organization has reunited more than 10,000 brothers and sisters. Lynn has now become a foster and adoptive parent herself. She says, "It was important to me to walk my talk, to demonstrate to the kids what unconditional love was all about. Support with sincerity, and acceptance without judgment." I see you, child. I know you've been torn away from your family and everything you've ever known. I see you down there in the dark, thinking you are nobody, headed to nowhere alone. But don't believe that broken myth about your soul. You have a right to reunite with the ones who make you whole. So So I invite you to be strong. I help you find a place where you belong. You are my sister, and you are my brother. We will champion and cherish one another. Together we will foster love. We will foster love. We will foster love. We will foster love. I hear you, child, 'cause I've been down this road myself before. I felt divided once too, but I found my way, and I recognize my responsibilities to shine as a beacon for you. So I will offer you acceptance with no fear. I'll support you with no judgment as long as you are here. So use your voice to find your song. You deserve the chance to sing along. You are my sister, and you are my brother. We will strengthen and encourage one another. Together we will foster love. We will foster love. Together we will foster love. We will foster love. You are my sister, and you are my brother. We will be courageous victors with each other. Together we will foster love. 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 Thank you. Next up, I would love to invite to the stage pianist and singer-songwriter Anna Dagmar. Anna is a two-time Gold Prize winner in the Mid-Atlantic Songwriting Contest and has 4 albums of original songs out. She made her Broadway debut as sub-music director in Waitress during 2017 and recently played piano for Antigone in Ferguson, a gospel musical which brings new light to criminal justice. Anna is a member of the BMI Writing Workshop and a graduate of Eastman School of Music. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, on piano, Anna Dagmar.
Thank you so much. The piece that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight is called Mercy, and I wrote it in honor of Sister Marilyn Lacey, who is the founder of Mercy Beyond Borders. I had not met Marilyn before I wrote the piece, and so I wanted to get to know her the best that I could and watched many interviews of her talking about her organization, which runs schools for girls in very desolate and remote areas of the world like South Sudan and Haiti. When I watched Sister Marilyn speak, you could see in her eyes that her life had a purpose, that it wasn't about her, and that she was going to the places that needed her help the most. She works with women to bring them out of poverty, offer them education, give them the tools that they need to rebuild their communities, and be active members and leaders in their societies. In her own words, obstacles appear in every life path. I choose to see them as reasons to be bolder than to retreat. I have given witness to the fact that strangers bring blessings much more than threats. I am a Mani, raised in the cattle lands, on the shifting sands, by the blaze of the battle lands. My marriage was arranged in exchange for a dowry of cows. In the face of my daughter lies a trace of her father's eyes, who raced from our lives by the cries of the war. No more can we be sure of our ancient vows. Wives and widows heroes count the miles, we wind along the Mother Nile, ragged sandals wearing thin, jagged edges digging in, step by step and stone by stone, we finally reach our home, and I see my daughter smile, Mercy. We are not forsaken, Mercy. We are the sisters of all nations, Mercy. Beyond the devastation, through education, imagination, sisters, we are the sparks of new creation. I am Christella, dream of the mountainside, where Hades' heroes gleamed with freedom's pride. Yet we hide a troubled side to our story. A hurricane harvest, farm kids sent to the city. Strangers took me in with harmless words so pretty. They paved the way, they saved the day, then they made me their slave. Dusting, washing, cooking, sweeping, racing to escape a beating, fetching the family's water, dressing their son and daughter. I spoke when spoken to, my spirit nearly broken too. Yet I hoped and I prayed for the day I'd find mercy. We are not forsaken, Mercy. We are the sisters of all nations, Mercy. Beyond the devastation, through education, imagination, sisters, we are the sparks of new creation.
Rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm,
Rise to the rhythm, Mercy.
rise to the
share
rhythm,
your
rise to the rhythm,
gift.
rise to the rhythm, Mercy. Rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, Mercy. Rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, Mercy. Rise to the rhythm, rise to the rhythm, Mercy. We are not forsaken, Mercy. We are the sisters of all nations, Mercy.
Beyond the devastation,
Through education, imagination,
innovation,
collaboration,
dedication,
inspiration,
sisters,
sisters.
We are the sparks of new creation.
Thank you so much, Anna. I'd like to introduce this next song. It's a song that is written for Soledad O'Brien by Tanya Leon, who's a classical composer. Soledad O'Brien is a broadcast journalist with a focus on life's untold stories. Ms. O'Brien has created her own roadmap to success and has been outspoken about the necessity of challenging people's expectations and finding your own voice. She said, "I think deciding that I was responsible, in a good way, for all of the projects I decided to tackle was a hugely important decision for my career and as a woman who wanted to grow as a leader. I started asking hard questions about what my ideas were and how my ideas could be realized." pleasure of introducing you all to another surprise guest, Miss Grace Mclean. Come on up, Grace. Called electrifying by the Huffington Post and phenomenal by the New York Times, and she is, you will see. Grace Mclean is a multi-hyphenated actress, singer, writer, teacher on the rise. In addition to performing Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812, Grace also makes time for acclaimed original music, both as a solo artist and with her band, Grace Mclean and Them Apples. She's currently in rehearsals for Cyrano on Broadway, and she is also one of our amazing female composers in this project. Please, one more time, let's welcome Grace Mclean.
Thanks, Carla. Hi. So this next song was written by Sheila Atim in honor of Malala Yousafzai. So Sheila is actually an English composer who also works as an actress. She recently won an Olivier for her performance in Girl from the North Country. Oh my. So Malala was 11 when the Taliban took control of her town in Pakistan, and she was told she could no longer go to school. She immediately began to speak out publicly on behalf of girls and their right to learn. And after 3 years of bold, brave activism, she was shot in the side of the skull. After months of surgeries, she recovered and went on to establish the Malala Fund, which is a charity dedicated to giving every girl an opportunity to achieve the future she chooses. In December 2014, she won the Nobel Peace Prize, becoming the youngest ever Nobel laureate. She said, "The greatest choice I made is one of forgiveness." When I was younger, my daddy told me that I'd be the happiest girl in the world. When I was small, before I got tall, I said I'd be the happiest girl in the world. When I was dreaming, I started believing that I'd be the happiest girl in the world. In the world, in the world. And I can still be what my mother taught me, and I can still grow past the sky to the places you don't know. When she was learning to take her first step, she was burning to know more and go for the goal. When she was older, she lifted that boulder on her shoulder and threw it up high till it rolled downhill through mountains until it flew down so fast that she just couldn't stop it. And when it caught fire, it blazed, the flames getting higher and rising like phoenix to sky. She wasn't done there, she had more to give, more to share. She was broken past what they saw, what they thought she had. She broke through that ceiling and left it all broken glass on the floor. And then she looked to her friends and saw them all standing beside her, and they could all be what their mother's eyes see, and they can still grow past the sky to the places you don't know. Oh, forgive me, but I won't sit back and wait, and I'll forgive you when you try to hold us behind you. Soon you'll understand that she is taking the light in her own hands. Soon you'll understand that she is bending the rules and making plans. Soon she will demand that she should do just like you, like anyone can. Let us be the happiest girls in the world. Happiest girls in the world. Happiest girls in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rosabella Gregory.
London, or as you guys know it, Downton Abbey. Sorry, that was a cheeky thing. So my contribution, My contribution this evening is a song written for Shivika Senior. So Shivika is a social entrepreneur and an advocate for what she calls conscious consumerism. She runs a successful group who aim to reshape capitalism as a force for positive humanitarian and planetary change. In fact, I'm guessing she's on some kind of a mission to harness the power of consumer activism and transform it business as a force for good. You can see I'm reading this, can't you? Because it's very hard. I find it really hard to kind of say, what is it that she does? It seems to be lots of really brilliant things, but what compels me as a songwriter is to kind of find the story, to find the core truth, the nugget of truth from which a song can flow. And for me, we all received transcripts and sort of did our Googling of these incredible ladies, and what came across more than anything was that she's done so much. She's done business, she's done marketing, she's achieved great things, but she also was a trained dancer. And I can't help but quite like the idea that that might have infected her with something of a connection to something bigger than just, personal gain. And the thing that she kept repeating was that she felt compelled to be of service. She used the word servitude, and I think what she meant was, and what seems to be the case, is that she could have sat back, said, I've made loads of money, rubbed her belly, ooh, look at my life, have a few holidays, enjoy it. But she felt compelled to be of use to other people. And I find that that connects all these women tonight that we're singing about, that maybe they didn't elect themselves to be leaders, but they felt compelled to put themselves on the line, if you like, for us. And that's fascinating. My go-to person for any song, any musical, any opera is my long-standing lyricist and collaborator, and also my twin sister, Dina Gregory, who I think is in the audience tonight. And I just want to say it's doubly special for me because Dina's been living in New York since 2001. So we never get to be in a situation where she's hearing the music that we've written together. We're never in the same room, so it's a double treat. And I just want to say this song is called Grateful, and I'm so, so grateful to have this opportunity to be here, but also to have my sister with me. So I hope you like it. I'll try not to screw it up.
When I was young and my window on the world was as shifting as a bottle drifting mountains to the tide, stories were free from the mountains to the fields, ever growing all around me to be watered, to be known. Heroes come in many sizes, life is littered with surprises. Now I find I'm grateful for the winds that sent me. I'm thankful for the lens it lent me. We are one, falling like the rain, different and the same, and always falling. When I was sick and my body under siege, without motion, in delirium, on the brink of giving in, time was a friend with the patience of a saint, barely passing, so the healing would be lasting, would be whole, until I could see that changes happen for a reason. Lessons come with every season. Now I find I'm grateful for the pain that tears that bathed me. I'm thankful, thankful for the call that saved me. We are one, falling like the rain, different and the same, and always falling on our faces. I'm grateful, grateful for the pain that saved me. I'm thankful, thankful for what didn't kill me. We are one, falling like the rain, different and the same, and always falling.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rosabella Gregory. So the next song was written by me and my songwriting partner, who I absolutely adore. I'm going to welcome to the stage. She's going to tell you a little bit more about our song. This is AC Smith, everyone. The question is, what will her accent be? Ooh.
Can you guess? Hello. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I just wanted to say, first of all, what an honor it is for us to be here tonight. This is such an incredible project to be part of that's championing these incredible women and female composers as well. So thank you so much for doing this and having us here.
So we just a little segment about us. We're Barlow and Smith. We write. We do a lot of work across London. We've been writing together for about 5 years. Our debut album, which is an album of Christmas holiday music, guys, that's coming up, is on iTunes. You know, just in case you want to look us up later. And we did a brand new show last year, Lock and Key at Vault Festival, and the Queen's 90th birthday was cool as well.
Yeah. And tomorrow night we're actually going to be making our songwriting cabaret debut in New York at the Duplex. So
if any of you are free,
you want to support female writers. So the song that we wrote is called Just a Little, and it's written for Janet Salazar. So when Janet came to the United Nations, she was really shocked to see how few women were in positions of leadership. And she started a process of change that has turned into a global movement. She is the co-founder and CEO of Impact Leadership 21. She is a permanent representative to the UN. And I forgot the last thing.
She's incredible. She also set up this Conversations with Men, right? So it's all about how together, we can, you see Kurt here, what I'm saying? How together, she was making an impact to kind of create equality across the board, especially kind of in leadership companies.
And what really spoke to us about her approach is that she's not just pushing for equality, she's also trying to make it fun and inclusive and leading in a really charismatic and inspiring way. So this song called Just a Little is for her.
Great, thank you so much. AC Smith, everyone. Do you like numbers? Listen to these. UN member countries, 193. Years of existence, over 70. Guess how many of those years have had a woman lead? 0. Rubbish. I think it's about time we hear a new song. So let's live by our principles and right what's wrong. gotta rock the boat a little, just a little, just a little. Don't just sit back and let others row. Oh no, 'cause just a little here and a little there can add up to quite a lot of change everywhere. You gotta rock the boat, it's the quickest antidote. You gotta break the mold a little, just a little, just a little. No need to stick to the status quo. Oh no, 'cause just a little here and a little there can add up to quite a lot of change. If you dare, you gotta break the mold, make the future manifold. You start with just a little, but aim for quite a lot. You'll never believe the support you'll receive to achieve if you give it a shot. You gotta raise the bar just a little, and then raise it a little more. Oh yes, success, 'cause just a little here and a little there can add up to a whole world of change if we all care. You gotta raise the bar, be bold and push it far. You gotta break the mold or rock the boat, just start from where you are and you'll see the wave ripple, and it'll start with just a little, just a little. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bella Barlow and Allie Smith, too. Yes. This next song is called Recreation. It was written for Celeste Mergens. 2008, while working at an orphanage on the outskirts of Nairobi, Kenya, Celeste discovered the impact for women and girls of having access to feminine hygiene solutions to break the cycle of poverty and live lives of dignity. And the importance of creating opportunities for others, Ms. Mergens reminds us that every one of us brings a unique gift to the world. It takes all of us to make the world a better place. So lifting any one of us lifts us all. The song was composed by Georgia Stitt, who is a New York-based composer, lyricist, music director, pianist, another one of these multi-hyphenated people, who's written many original musicals, most recently Snow Child. Georgia, are you with us here tonight? Woo! There she is. I could go on in her bio, but I want to tell you something very special about Georgia. She has just recently started an organization called Maestra, which aims to really create a database of all of these amazing female music directors, composers, lyricists, all of the women in this industry that so badly deserve the recognition they're not often getting. And she's, an advocate and out there fighting the good fight. So Georgia, thank you for that. And lastly, I do want to signal that a couple of the songs that you're hearing tonight, because this was sort of an experiment when we started it, still very much in that laboratory phase, we brought on a poet the first year to create poetry as lyrics. And Georgia's song is set to a poem by Jacqueline Suskin, and I'd like to read that. Pull the past into focus and rewrite repetitions that spin from the tests of trauma. Now, standing in this power, we present ourselves with newness, bold belief in the betterment of the whole by way of this recreation. How we lead with our own lessons, stand firm when enough is enough. And with our gratitude held above all memory of pain, we see the structure of our life illuminate each choice beyond the wall of circumstance. Pull the past into focus and rewrite repetitions that spin from the tests of trauma. Spin from the tests of trauma. Rewrite repetitions. Now standing in this power, we present ourselves with newness, both beneath in the betterment of the whole, by way of this recreation. Gratitude held above all memory of pain, and with our gratitude held above all memory of pain, our gratitude, we see the structure of our life. Each choice beyond the wall of circumstance. Georgia Stitt. I'm going to invite Grace Mclean back to the stage. You guys all heard her as a singer, but not only is she an amazing singer, she's the multi-hyphenated talent, she is also one of our composers for the project.
Hi again, it's me. I'm going to tell you a little about myself. A couple different things that I like to do. One of them, I like singing. Got a band called Grace Mclean and Them Apples. You can hear us all the places you hear music. We've got an LP coming out soon. Sometimes I write. I wrote a show that was at Lincoln Center this past summer called In the Green. It was inspired by the early life of 12th century mystic, composer, polymath Hildegard von Bingen. Yeah. Oh no. Sometimes I'm an actor. I'm in the off-Broadway production of Cyrano right now that's at the New Group. We're in previews. Come check us out. It's with music by rock group The National, starring Peter Dinklage. It's pretty neat. And what's fun tonight is I get to combine all of those things for this very moment. I'm going to sing a song that I wrote about a very inspiring actor, Kathleen Turner. Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, you've heard. You know this one. She's been nominated for multiple awards, Academy and Tony Awards. She won 2 Golden Globes. and has been working for over 4 decades. Something that I really love that she said. I have always believed that my choice of profession could be a force for change. I refuse to accept the very powerful, almost entirely male power structure in film, television, and theater. My choices are guided by one voice, my own.
Ooh, I am a diver. Ooh, I am a diver. Diving deep in search of buried treasure. Buried under leagues of unspoken words, lost in broken waves. I play in the currents, following the trails that they left behind. Where I search, I find it, and I share it with you, because you lost it too. Through me, you're reunited. Ooh, I am the ocean. Ooh, I am the water itself. Salty with tears, bubbly with laughter, full of secrets and buried treasure. Weird fishes, ageless, fast. Blue and gray and green, and here to stay. It seems my destination is everywhere. Ooh, and I share myself with you, because you're an ocean too. Yes, we are many-sided. Ooh, I am the moon. Vessel of light, tugging on your tides, illuminating night, except when I hide. I'm never the same, but always the same. I am running away, but I'm keeping my face on the place that I came from. And I share it with you, and I share it with you, and I share it, and I share it, and I share, and I share, and I share, and I share.
Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Mclean. Before moving on, I really want to take a moment and invite you, if you're interested, to check out our website, thecanalisproject.com. You'll find a ton of information about Hear Her Song. It's challenging to present all of the content, both regarding the honorees and these amazing composers, many of whom you've gotten to meet tonight. But to date, we have commissioned 42 songs. So if you like what you're hearing, thank you. I really encourage you to check it out. They're all by amazing women for amazing women. And this next song is for someone who I think really needs no introduction. When we started thinking about women who have made a difference in the area of gender equality, Gloria Steinem came to mind very quickly. She's been an outspoken advocate for justice and equality issues for over 60 years. In her own words, she reminds us Now we have the dreams and the tools to move beyond words and history, beyond the possible to the imagined, and into a life both ancient and new, where we will look back to see our present dreams trailing behind us as markers of where we have been. The song, titled Yours is Ours, is written by music and lyrics by Gwyneth Herbert. This is Yours is Ours. In a house around the corner, just behind that yellow door, a body stirs from silence as she rises from the floor. Broken heels lie in the gutter, cottontail dropped in the mud, and two gentle hands that understand draw kindness from the blood. And a chair becomes a circle, and a margin fills the page, and soon the sound of singing out with the glorious sound of righteous rage. We will not be grateful, no, we will not be quiet. With everyday rebellion, with every breath we'll breathe a riot. We'll blaze a trail before us, and we'll topple down the towers. For my sister's scars are my scars, and the fight that is yours is ours. In Peshawar stands a schoolgirl with a satchel full of flames, and a widow in Buganda finds a cradle for her shame. In a cell, a mother holds her babe that she hands her through the bars, as a teenage bride lies weeping at the bright Patauke stars. And a tear becomes an ocean, and a wound becomes a war. For our world will not find peace till peace is found behind each yellow door. We will not be grateful, no, we will not be quiet. With everyday rebellion, with every breath we'll breathe a riot. We'll blaze a trail before us, and we'll topple down the towers. For my sister's scars are my scars, and the fight that is yours is ours. Come on, learn all you're learning. Pull the muzzle from your child. Stand strong when you are broken, and be fierce when you're mild. Every move contains a movement, every seed contains a tree. Revolution starts within the heart. Revolution starts with me. I will not be grateful. No, I will not be silent. With every day, rebellion. With every breath, I'll breathe a riot. I'll blaze a trail before me, and I'll topple down the towers. For my sister's scars are my scars, and the fight that is yours is. We will not be grateful, no, we will not be quiet. Every day rebellion, every breath we'll breathe a riot. We'll blaze a trail before us, and we'll topple down the towers. My sister's scars are my scars, and the fight that is yours
is mine,
And mine.
and mine,
and mine,
and ours.
This next song holds a very, very special place in my heart, and I'm going to try to do it without breaking down. It's written to honor one of my personal heroes and someone who's meant a lot in my life and certainly is a big part of the reason why I'm here tonight. The song is for Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who was appointed to the Supreme Court. Please, yes. She was appointed to the Supreme Court by President Obama in 2009, has a distinction of being its first Hispanic justice. She says, "Fear is truly the greatest obstacle in life. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, and the fear of shame. This fear can stop people from making hard choices and moving forward. The possibilities for every person are endless. If we can learn to unlock the fear that exists in us, we can maximize everyone's success in life and become a better world because of it." Like me, Emily Estefan, the daughter of Gloria Estefan, we share this Latina first generation bond, and she wrote this song, and I believe we both view Justice Sotomayor as our Latina role model. Looking up, still no one knows what a real hero does. Stop looking up for signals advertised. Tilt your eyes a little low. Justice breathes where she is gone. Real change is made in dirt, not sky. Time to listen. We've been missing now. This is what an American looks like. Her last name doesn't change. All the progress that she claims her country. This is what an American looks like. She remains only brave. She is everything your daughter could be. Everything your daughter could be. Waiting on this world to change. Tune your brain to rearrange it. Lost, turn into progress every day. Luckily for girls like me, we've had someone prove to be the pillar of the progress that we seek. Time to listen. We've been missing now. This is what an American looks like. Her last name doesn't change. All the progress that she claims her country. This is what an American looks like. She remains only brave. She is everything your daughter could be. This is what an American looks like. Her last name doesn't change. All the progress that she claims her country. This is what an American looks like. She remains only brave. She is everything your daughter could be. She is everything your daughter could be. She is everything your daughter could be. told you guys I was going to get emotional. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting my job here. Can I just say, because this has been on my mind since the top of the show, Anja Wood, our cellist. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Anja Wood, our cellist. And on percussion, Aixa Burgos. Thank you guys. You're so awesome. And it goes without saying, Kurt Crowley, I just have to thank you one more time. Amazing. I'd like to invite our last guest on stage tonight. Morley has been described by NPR as someone who pushes for peace building through music, and I just couldn't agree more. In addition to releasing records, Morley is engaged every day in conflict resolution work with teens from conflict zones here in the US and abroad. She's performed for TED events, she's performed for world leaders, people like the Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela. She's just amazing songwriter, singer. She composed this song for our project. Morley, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much. I just also want to acknowledge the artistry on the stage. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Truly amazing. Well, happy Indigenous Peoples Day to start. What a blessing to have that on our lips as a culture now, as a world culture, as this American United States culture. This song is by Dasha Kelly Hamilton. She's a great poet, activist, educator. And honestly, when I got your email first, I read the invitation to compose off of a poem. I read the poem and I was like, yeah, cool, yes. And I just started. I actually didn't do my research like my sisters up here about who I was writing about. And then I wrote this song. I basically took her words. These are her words. I maybe added a few, but really these are her words. And I think it landed in the middle of what I got from her, which is her connection to her purpose and connection to the Creator, to that which gives us life, all life, every breath, everything that breathes, the connection to that. And I really hope to be able to meet her one day. So thank you so much, both of you, for introducing me to this opportunity, and Dasha Kelly Hamilton. When our love for living leads us to follow the most uncertain path to the naked eye, the voice of the universe, song of the universe, sings through the soul of you and I. It all to learn, to see through illusion and fly. Every wild turn, risk it all to unlearn anything that keeps us from the sky. uncertain path, Great Spirit guides. Voice of the universe, song of the universe, song of the world opens wide, wide. You and I, you and I, wide. You and I, you know the lyric now. You and I. When we come back around, you sing with us, right? Yeah? To each of us a box is given in a soul seed balloons. To each of us a box is given, got to stay in tune. Choose the path that's most uncertain, cause it leads to you. Choose the path that's most courageous, up to me and you. As long as we can live to tell, with a voice wide open, trusted well, we can make it better, we can make it shine on this joyous journey of you and I. You and I, you and I. You and I. Let's hear that. You and I. You and I. You and I.
You and I,
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 You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I.
you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I,
You and I, you and I, you and I, you and I.
you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I,
You and I.
you and I, you and I, you and I,
You and I.
you and
Y'all sing. You and I.
you and I,
You and I.
you and I.
You guys keep that.
You and I, you and I, you and I,
You and I.
you and I, 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 you
Are one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Morley. We want to thank you guys so much for coming tonight. Thank you. This has been our dream come true to do this show here in New York. And there's one very special person I want to ask her to come up. Erin Ortman, where are you? Where are you? She's down there. Everyone, please give Erin Ortman, our stage director, Huge round of applause. Her bio is incredible. Just know she is just one of the most incredible female directors. And Erin, we owe you so much gratitude. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who came up and sang. Thank you, everyone who's on stage. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for coming. And hopefully we'll see you again soon for more Hear Her Song. Thank you and good night.